everybody and welcome back to my channel. So after watching Glee more than like 16 times, don't worry, I see someone about it. You begin to find some details that you didn't saw the first time, the second time, the 10th time, whatever, like a little mistake or just like the other actors in the background who aren't the focus of the scene, and like it's all awesome because every time you see something new, something different every time. So that's why I love watching TV shows or movies like multiple times, and like Glee is not the only TV show that I watch like 10 times over, okay? So that's why in today's video I'm going to talk about some errors, 15 to be exact, that were in the first season of Glee. So let's go. Number 1, in the first episode when Tina is writing Artie's name on the Glee Club sign sheet, she wrote Artie's name with a Y at the end. But it can be explained by the fact that in the original script, Artie's name is written with a Y at the end. Number 2. Also, when Tina is signing her name on the sheet, she writes the little T many times as a proof of a stutter. But when it's Rachel's turn to sign her name, we can see that Tina's name is now with only one T and in a different ink color. Number 3. In the fourth episode, when Quinn tells Finn that she's pregnant, right after she said, "I really thought I had a chance of getting out of here," she begins to cry. But in like next shot that is a close-up on Finn's face, we don't really see her face, but it seems like with what we see that she isn't crying, but just right after a close-up of her face she's back crying. But that can just be explained by the fact that we probably all know, like it's not a news, that when they film something they like take literally like so many shots of the same scene, like for different angle, like a close-up on one actor's face, another on the other actors, or just many other times, and they just pick the one that they prefer and they just like edit it. That happens like freaking a lot, that you see like the voices like don't really like sync with the mouth, or just in that scene they doesn't seem like to fit, but that happen a lot. Number 4, at the beginning of the football scene in the same episode, we see the crowd cheering, and we see Emma and Will standing next to each other. But in the next few shots, we see Will asking Emma if he can sit next to her.
Anyone sitting here?
No. No, here.
Number 5. In the next episode, when Will says, "Lord Jesus, demand my attentions," the search engine that we see is the one named Frizzle, another search engine. Number 6. In Vitamin D, when Terry gives the girls pills, there are two girls at the end of the line that looks like a stand-in for Santana and Bradley, but we can see Santana standing next to Rachel. Number 7. After Finn and Quinn have a slushy thrown at them, if you look closely and really fast, you can see one of the players like just walking and probably just slip because of the slushy and just fall over the floor. Number 8. In the same episode, when everyone is waiting to see if the football player will just show up, they all look at the door and then at each other looking sad because none of the football players shows up. But we can see the exact same clip of them looking at each other just seconds later. Number 9. In Mattress, below the New Directions picture in the yearbook, we see all the members' name, but instead of saying Noah Puckerman, it says Nathan Puckerman. Number 10. The word concealer, not concealer, and is also misspelled. They forgot the E between the S and the L. Number 11. Also in Mattress, there's so many errors in this episode. When Will drop the mattress on the floor of his office, you can see the red X, Matthew Morrison's mark, between his feet. Literally, you can see the X just there. Number 12. In the next episode, during the flashback sequence, when Quinn's flip on the floor, we can see that Puck is ahead of Mike, but in the next shot, he's behind Mike. Number 13. During Finn's voiceover in Hell-Ho, he looks at a Quinn who is leaning against the wall with her hands by her side, but in the next shot, that is a close-up of Quinn, she's seen leaning away from the wall and also with her hand on the wall, just like being mad at Puck because he's such a jerk at that moment. But just right after that, she's back again, feeling really depressed, against the wall and everything. Number 14. When Will entered the theater in the final episode, for originals, you can see, if you look closely, many dummies that were there to make the room fuller, and that's not the only moment in Glee that you see dummies. Number 15. I don't know if it's just me or if it's more of a plot hole, just an error or something else, but it just seems really weird to me that Puck is there when they announce the winners, but in the next scene is back with Queen. Like, he was there for the birth of his daughter. He went back to the theater when the originals are at, and after go back to Queen. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like I said, it's maybe like an error or whatever, but it just seems weird to me. So I'm sure that I forgot a lot of errors, but just for you to know that there are also going to be another video or another like part 1 or part 2 video about like the performance, like the songs, and in this video I'm going also to talk about the errors that were like in the performance itself, or like moments before and moments after. So that doesn't mean that I didn't see it. I just like pick 15 of them, and I'm going to talk about these 15. But yes, so just wait to see, like, because I have maybe 3 or more other, like, that's fine, 3 or more other video about like facts and stuff like that for Glee season 1. So I just really hope that you enjoyed this video. So if you had, of course, put a thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the next video. Ciao!